Good afternoon, everyone. This is a very important moment in the City of Minneapolis for a number of different reasons. First, very shortly from now, I will be signing our first executive order of this new government structure. And second, that executive order is going to very firmly declare that Minneapolis is a safe haven for anyone that is seeking an abortion. That executive order will make clear that our administration, that our city enterprise will not cooperate with any other jurisdiction that is seeking to persecute and disable a person's ability to get an abortion. No city resources will be used towards that persecution. No city resources will be used to cooperate with other jurisdictions that are trying to prevent women from getting that basic health care service in an abortion. And if there are any city resources, or if this executive order is violated, there will be penalties and discipline associated with it. This, importantly, is just the first step here. This is, again, declaring that Minneapolis is a safe haven for people that are seeking an abortion. And next on the docket, we're going to determine how we can go even further, how we can make sure that the health care service that we provide in Minneapolis is as accessible as it possibly can be to as many people as needed. This work is done in partnership, obviously, across our entire city enterprise. I want to thank our city council members who are here with me, and I'm going to have Council President and Council Vice President speak in just a moment. But in addition to Council President Andrea Jenkins and Council Vice President Lene Palmisano, we're also joined by Council Members Emily Koski, Council Member Aisha Shugtai, Council Member Latricia Vitaw, as well as our Director of Civil Rights in Alberta Gillespie, and our Director of Health in Heidi Ritchie. This is a team that has a united goal, and we have a united front. And the message is very clear. Minneapolis is a safe haven for people that need and are seeking an abortion. And with that, I will turn it over to Council President Andrea Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor Frey. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm proud to stand with my colleagues and Mayor Frey to ensure that Minneapolis will continue to be a safe haven for women and everyone with a uterus to have safe, compassionate access to reproductive health care. Reproductive rights, transgender rights, non-binary rights are women's rights, are human rights. And so we are going to do everything that we can to make sure that people continue to have safe, secure access to health care in the community of Minneapolis. And next I'm going to turn it over to Council Vice President Palmisano to share some remarks.
Thank you, Council President. I just want to reiterate, this action today makes our position in Minneapolis clear. Minneapolis is committed to protecting all those seeking an abortion in our city. With all the uncertainty across the country right now, we are reminding folks that abortion is still legal in Minnesota, and Minneapolis is dedicated to protecting residents and visitors who are seeking that care, now more than ever. Thank you.
And with that, I'm going to sign the first executive order, and I will then open it up to questions. Thank you. Can you hear me from here, or do you need the?
Well, we need you in front of the mic.
Okay. All right, mic.
Mayor, we're meeting with a constituent 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. They've been here for 10. Yep.
You or I am?
We both are. I'll see you in a minute.
Questions?
This order lists a couple of exceptions, like except as required by statute, regulation,
That's right.
order of a court. Can you help us understand in plain English what are the exceptions to this order and the circumstances when a city employee could assist with one of these investigations?
Well, to be clear, we will not be assisting with investigations. We will not be furthering the work of other jurisdictions. There are instances when the law comes into play, and we had to explicitly mention it within the executive order itself. Obviously, we have data practices requirements within the city, and that would be one example. However, the goal is to protect privacy as much as we possibly can. Obviously, if there's a court order requiring otherwise, we have to comply with a court order. That's not just the case in Minneapolis. That's every city in the entire country.
Mayor, do you think the city should be putting funds into the abortion fund, as I think you discussed with one of my colleagues a few weeks ago?
Yeah, we did discuss that recently. So right now we're exploring what the best possible option is to make our monies and resources that we have at the city go as far as they possibly can. And so that means having conversations, of course, with providers, healthcare providers. That means working directly with Hennepin Health and Hennepin County to determine what they need. That means working with our council members as well. I know there's a bunch of things that are presently being explored in addition to simply a fund. That obviously that is something that we're looking into right now, but I don't want to sort of limit the framework that we might go down.
Obviously, we talk about MPD, right, but there are also sheriff's deputies, state patrol who sometimes come into the city. Have you had conversations with outside agencies about how you want them handling this within city borders?
So I don't want to speak for either the county nor the state. I do feel that there is strong, not just consensus, but strong sentiment as to where they are, and I believe that they are united. That being said, this order specifically applies to our Minneapolis enterprise and, as you mentioned, our Minneapolis law enforcement. We don't have authority over the others. But again, I do believe that they are aligned. Go ahead.
Can you get more information about how this might impact other city employees? Like, does this restrict health department, rec services, any of those kinds of agencies? And what are some examples of what they're now barred from doing?
The answer is yes. It would impact any department in the enterprise that would feasibly or could feasibly work with any outside jurisdiction in, again, persecuting against people that need an abortion. I mean, I think the best or the easiest example would be the way that we do presently coordinate with outside jurisdictions to, for instance, catch perpetrators of crime or violence. Obviously, coordination takes place, and that work happens across many different departments. That work would not take place in an instance of again, prosecuting a woman seeking an abortion. Does that make sense? And so, you know, in addition to that, people reach out to the city all the time asking for additional services. They ask they reach out to our police department looking for assistance in the area of crime. They reach out to our health department about resources with respect to health care and abortions. We want to make sure that even that those entities as well, like, for instance, the health department, are not working with others. And so the message to Minneapolis residents, the message more broadly to other cities and states around us is, if you need that basic health care service of an abortion, we in Minneapolis are a safe haven to help.
I'm happy to field any other questions afterwards too, but I know folks in the room have to go.
Great. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much.